My name is Giles, and I have been the butler for this cursed estate for only a few weeks now. Although I have never met my current employer, it has been made painfully clear that I must follow murderous orders or my life might be at stake, as well as our guests. In a few moments, 13 strangers will be arriving here to play a game. But what they don't know is the game is murder.
Sherry, nice to meet you.
How you doing?
Did you see the Iron Maiden?
Yeah, I'm just hoping nobody ends up in there, right?
This is where we're going to put my kids for timeout from now on.
We're here to play a mystery game for a $250,000 reward, and because of my background, I have a degree in criminology, I'm positive that I'm going to win this thing.
You kind of look like you could work for a law enforcement agency as an investigator.
I sell frozen food.
No way, really?
So what do you do?
I'm a head football coach at a local high school.
Oh, very nice. Very cool.
Tell us you used to be a detective or something.
Yeah, of course he was. Of course you were.
You might want to check into that store.
I'm a retired LAPD detective. I don't want anyone to know that. I want them all to think that I'm one of them.
I would have guessed Private Eye.
Right. I am struck by just the range of people. Everybody seems so different.
I'm Ulysses, I'm an attorney.
I'm a former Miss Nevada.
I'm a journalist.
I'm a flight attendant.
Please sit.
We've got mom from the South. We've got a lawyer from New York. We've got a cop from California who's telling everybody he's a football coach.
Dante, what do you do? Where are you from?
I'm from around here. I write a little bit. And, yeah, literally, I am a writer. I write reports. I write Facebook posts. I write Twitter posts. So it's not really a lie.
I was a Rams cheerleader.
What about a cheer? Can we at least get a cheer?
Hey, I've got Tom's. Yay! Okay. Let's cheers and like chug or something.
All right, guys. To all of us who are part of a new adventure, let's have a lot of fun.
I'm meeting people, hearing their names. It's in one ear, out the other. Right now, there's one thing on my mind, and it's what's the game? What am I here for?
All right, let's explore this house. Yes. To the house.
To the house.
Oh, come on.
Wait, maybe I don't need any more champagne. This is crazy. Dude, creepy man coming down the stairs. Hey,
I'm trying to get everyone's attention. Hello, dead man walking, nobody's looking. Everyone's just chatting.
Wow, he looks absolutely normal.
He just stares at us. And I'm thinking, who the heck is this man?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Room Manor. My name is Giles, and I will be your butler for the duration of your stay here. The estate bell will sound at 1/2 the hour, at which time we will reconvene, and you will no doubt learn why you are all here.
All I know is I'm here to participate in a game to solve a mystery and win $250,000. I'm excited to see what happens. It's beautiful.
Got it all.
I know that we're all solving crimes in this game, but we don't know what mysteries lie in this house, and I'm just trying to take it all in and use that to my advantage.
The heck was that?
you hear that?
Yeah.
What was that? I have no idea.
Whoa.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Who is that?
Whoa.
Stay back.
What happened here?
You got a live wire, you guys. Back away from it.
Did any of you see what happened?
No! Oh my god.
You gotta stop. Giles.
It has begun.
Oh my god, what happened? There's a body on the ground. It is the scariest, grossest, most horrible thing I've ever seen. And then we realize it's Sherry.
My dear guests, please follow me into the parlor. This area is not secure. Please. I will explain everything in great haste. Please.
In my heart, I know it's not a dead body, but it feels too real. I've never even been in a haunted house, so seeing that body really freaked me out.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm afraid the death of your compatriot was no accident. It was, in fact, murder. Worse yet, it appears that the killer is indeed somewhere in this very room. Amongst you, who has tasked me to speak on his or her behalf.
Normally, when you're playing a game, your opponent sits in front of you, you know who that person is. In this, we don't know who our opponent is, and our opponent's a killer.
This note was slipped under the door to my butler's quarters. Dear mortals, you've all been personally selected to play my diabolical game of life and death. Your job? Stay alive long enough to discover who I am. You can only do that by being the best at solving the crimes I put before you. Fail, and you may be the next to die.
I was expecting some sort of puzzle, maybe, something fun, splash by the pool, answer a few questions, but now all of a sudden I realize I'm fighting for my life.
I had to make an example of Sherry because she showed her incompetence by breaking a champagne glass. Her clumsiness cost her her life. Do you really think a cheerleader was ever going to become a worthy adversary? As for the rest of you, the living, here are the rules. Following each murder, I will grant you the opportunity to investigate one and only one of the following areas. The crime scene, the victim's last known whereabouts, or the morgue, where you can examine the corpse in a more private setting. Take a moment to decide which of the three areas you wish to investigate. Give careful consideration to your choice. Take a look around. The killer, I'm afraid, is among us.
What do you want to look at first?
It doesn't really matter.
Well, she's dead. It does matter.
Well, only a few of us can go at a time. Each place is going to have a clue. It might behoove us to group up in places.
I know, that's also a little suspicious in itself, so...
I think we should focus on the task at hand. He's going to be back in a minute. He's going to ask us where we want to go.
Well, the task at hand is staying alive because somebody here is a murderer.
Right. I mean, we don't know anything. I want to know the last place she was.
And maybe looking at that body a little bit more.
Is anybody opposed to going to the morgue? I know not everybody does well with bodies.
I would prefer to break off with people who I feel comfortable sharing information with. I don't know about the rest of you guys.
We've talked. I know you. Do you have any opposition to going to last known whereabouts?
No, that's good.
All
I'll
right.
go last known whereabouts.
Do you mind going to the morgue? Good. I already know that I'm gonna have to cooperate with two others to get the whole story here. I'll take the crime scene, and that way we know that part's covered. I just picked the two people that I thought would be the best, Ulysses and Gino, so that way we can then meet up afterwards and share information. We've got it covered, all right?
I trust you have all made your decisions on which of the three areas you wish to investigate.
Yeah.
Yes.
All those who wish to scrutinize the scene of the crime. Could you please accompany Beatrice?
I think Don is lying about being the next cop, and he can keep doing that if he wants, but in the meantime, I am going to use his skills to my advantage. Where Don is, you'll probably see me too.
All those who wish to investigate the morgue. Could you please accompany Sophie?
I choose the morgue based on my healthcare knowledge, and I had already gotten information from the crime scene, so to me, the morgue was the obvious choice.
The rest of you, follow me to the last known whereabouts.
I'm really hiding the fact that I'm a private investigator and a bounty hunter so that nobody feels threatened. Right now, I'm going to rely on my investigative skills, and I'm going to go to her last known whereabouts.
get to the scene of the crime, and I notice the obvious. Fish tank, dead fish, glass everywhere, and a blood stain on the carpet where Sherry had been. This doesn't make any sense. Just because she broke a champagne glass? Hello, mortals? Right? Really? I know. Greetings, sociopath.
The volume of the sound, I thought she must have fallen at first, but it's obvious that it was the
sound was
front
the
of this that
crash.
broke, so it's not like she fell onto it and landed on it.
No. This blood here, it could have been every time that she gets zapped, she could be moving her head up, which is going to be a smear.
That's true, that's true. There was electrocution because her body was sitting there. There was convulsions.
Did you guys see any burn marks on her?
No, but I honestly
was
was
too
not
afraid to
looking
get
at-
close. So quick. I didn't have that much time to look at her.
Their skin's burned. It's charred.
Yeah. Did that kill her? It doesn't fit with the puzzle, and I'm not really sure if it's used maybe to throw us off.
That's directly under her head.
That's the back of her. Yeah, that came out of the back.
Which the first thing you think is that she got hit.
Got hit
She
first.
goes slamming into the fish tank, and it's indicative of her falling here and then bleeding out this way.
Said the ex-cop.
I'm investigating the scene, and I'm using the lingo of a cop. I'm not the ex-cop.
Okay, coach.
I'm telling myself, shut up, you're just ruining this. Who would be that pissed off that would whack this chick because she spilled her champagne? No coach talks about that.
Up top, then. Ex-cop. Yay! My man. Ex-cop.
Not-
My dad was a cop. Detective.
Right off the bat, red flags. The morgue's just downstairs. It's not like we're driving to the morgue, it's the morgue in the house. It's creepy. The house got about 10 times creepier. What house has a morgue in it? Fresh mania, it looks like.
Doesn't look like she was actually struggling with her hands.
No.
Around the glass, it looks like, I don't know if the coloring is electrocution mark.
I'm pretty sure that's bruising. I don't really see any electrocution, like burned.
Yeah, I know.
Normally when there's electrocution, it leaves a mark as an exit point. There are no lacerations on any arms or legs. It appears as if she was caught off guard. We see glass in her head, but did that kill her?
What's coming through the back of her neck?
Oh my goodness.
What is that? Is
We
that
need
her
to get
bone
a
coming
better
through?
look at that. What I see is what looks like a bone sticking out the back of her neck. Her spinal cord is sticking out.
I think he's right. I think it's her cervical spine.
Here, put the light on the back. It's dark down there. Dante and Dana say it's her bone sticking out. I'm not convinced. Why don't you pull that out?
Oh,
It's like an old school musket round.
really?
Do you really think that that's from a gun?
Something with enough speed to actually penetrate the back of her neck. What else could that be?
I have no idea.
Here, wipe it off.
I'm not a ballistics person at all, but Ulysses thinks that it's maybe a bullet from an old musket.
Pick it up and drop it on the metal.
It does appear to be like heavy lead, but I know that that's the spinal column, and if it's injured, that could be instant death.
This is all the power.
I think we should save this until we get valuable evidence from every other person.
Because there's no way they know about that.
That's the money ball.
I'm not sharing that.
The three of us have, at this point, what I'm thinking is the biggest piece of evidence.
I think this was a good choice to come here.
Good job, guys.
Somebody definitely forced their way in.
You think that could be to throw us off?
There are wood shavings from her door in the door frame, so someone has busted the door open.
Somebody forced their way in. What's that? Is this something?
It's the other corner, or one of the corners.
Well, guys, but remember her head? Remember how her head was bashed?
All right, where does that go to on here? It goes on the bottom.
It's an under corner.
It's an under corner.
I think this is significant. Having covered murders, I know that there's always going to be evidence left behind. He hit her with it out here and then tossed her out.
So you think she went over the railing?
Absolutely, that's the only way she could have crashed into the aquarium.
Not necessarily. She could have been standing in front of the aquarium and somebody smashed her into it. Adriana finds a corner from one of the chests, and she immediately becomes convinced that this is the murder weapon. I didn't want to follow her down that rabbit hole.
Where is it?
There's something inside the shower.
Is that some sort of loofah or water washcloth?
Do you see this? O-R. Could that be a clue?
I see this O written on the glass, and I know that there's a note there, but it's not fogging up fast enough.
Wait a minute.
Oh, genius.
Watch yourself, I'm coming in with steam. I look around the room and I notice that there's a steamer for steaming clothes there.
Oh, here we go.
There we go. Genius. Look.
Meet
at the fish tank. Have vital. What is that?
info for you. So somebody left her this message to come to the fish tank.
This is crazy. If we hadn't seen that mirror, we totally would have missed that clue. I mean, there's a lot more to this than meets the eye.
Ladies and gentlemen, I do hope your time investigating was well spent. I now strongly urge you to share the information you have received. Did I mention we have finger sandwiches? Please, enjoy yourselves.
Obviously, the most logical thing to do after touching a body, eat some finger sandwiches.
Thank you. Sasha, where are you sitting?
I'll sit right here with you.
Okay.
The first thing I want to do is get with Ulysses and Gino, since they both went to the morgue and the last known whereabouts, so we can get an agreement together that we're going to cooperate with each other fully. We're the three smartest guys here, and from the looks of it, we're probably also the three strongest. The crime scene, the whole fish tank fell down and the front wall shattered, and that's what sent all the water forward.
Guys, do you mind if I join you?
Can we just have a moment to talk first before you join us? We're still trying to
How
work
about
some
this?
stuff
I'll
out.
set down my plate because I want to sit in the
hold it for
shade,
you.
and then I will come back.
I do not want to cooperate with her at
No, I
all.
agree.
She is dead last on my list of people.
Yeah.
I just don't trust her.
Right now I'm thinking that the Ulysses and Cam team can be useful to me, but I'm definitely not putting all my eggs in one basket. Quite frankly, I don't fully trust them.
It's pretty simple. I need to know exactly how she died.
Okay.
And I will tell you how she got down there.
I'll tell you guys, on a leap of faith, when we did the morgue, we found a musket or a round, something of that nature, in the back of her neck.
I knew it.
Part of my game in the beginning is definitely getting trust. By giving the info that my team wanted to keep a secret, I can, in return, get valuable information.
The pool of blood looked like maybe she was hit first and then crashed into the fish tank. Dante's being very forthcoming, and there's a hole in the back of her head. Everything is making sense with what we found at the crime scene. So I'm already seeing a little team being formed.
Before we even get into that, I think we should initially just stick to the facts. What did
Right.
you see? And then leave it up to people to assess
Create their own
exactly,
scenario.
Exactly.
I agree.
I'm not too happy that Adriana forced her way into our conversation. We only have a limited amount of time to chat, and I just feel like she can be very distracting. Well, I'll start with the first thing I noticed when I walked in. The door seemed to have been broken into. There were shavings on the ground that looked like somebody did something like jimmied the lock.
From what I remember, she was in a robe, so we went straight
Well,
to
no,
the
we're not doing that. We're just saying things that we saw, facts.
I can only tell the story the way I tell it. I would prefer the facts, too. I mean, not personal. I'm not here to make friends. I know you're not either. We're all here to win. You know what? My lunch is at the other table.
Okay.
I will leave you guys
Thank
to
you.
this.
I appreciate that.
So I wish you all the best of luck. I'm hitting roadblocks. I don't like it. I know my life is on the line, and I do not want to be the next one dead.
She definitely took a shower that fogged up her mirror. Someone left her a note to come down to the fish tank, and someone broke into her room.
That's all you got there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gino goes through his findings at the last known whereabouts, and he is done in 3 seconds flat. Right. Well, I'll give you my theory on it, but I've got maybe a half hour worth of stuff that I need to explain. So the fact that he is so brisk makes me think that he's holding something back. So you want to go grab some food first?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. I don't think that this team is going to work out. You mind if I join you for a little bit?
Come on.
Just gotta find a chair.
Hope not interrupting anything here.
Ulysses and I take this opportunity to go shopping for information.
I saw potential strangulation marks. It was hard to tell, like, it was bruising, but
So you didn't see any, like, marks, like a stabbing or a
no.
gunshot?
There was none.
There is a conflict. Ulysses has a completely different theory of what could have happened. It completely contradicts what Dante says. Do I trust Dante? Do I trust Ulysses? I appreciate you letting me sit.
Dante says that on the backside of her head, there was a musket hole. Is that just a blatant lie? Should we just drown him in the pool now?
Dude, I think we should drown him. I'm pissed at Dante. In the morgue, we said we weren't going to share this information without the musket ball, and Dante's throwing it around. In the morgue, I felt like Dante was saying stuff that was irrelevant. Right now, it's a little bit of damage control and a little bit of saving face, or a lot of bit of saving face. I'm suspicious of him from the beginning. If I had to pick a killer right now, I'd pick Dante. I don't know.
Sasha, do you have like 2 seconds? Okay.
Sasha's very intelligent, she's crafty, and she's sassy.
You're not the only one I'm going to tell anything to.
I want to share the pellet to let her know that I want to form a partnership with her.
There was a bullet in the back of her head.
That cannot be true. We didn't hear a gunshot. We heard a crash, which was clearly the fish tank.
That just blows everything out of the water. I'm so confused now.
Is she playing the game? Is she trying to throw me off? At this point, I don't know who to trust.
At that first group I was at, I did tell them. I'm like,
I told him it wasn't, though, and that he was probably lying. So they think he's a liar right now.
Come to find out, Dante can't hold water like a bladder. So what'd you get for us?
Well,
That information.
she drowned. That's what it was.
She drowned?
She fell on her back after the tank hit the thing, and she fell backwards. You know, when somebody, have you ever seen somebody drown?
So you think her head was held under?
I think that since she was paralyzed, she couldn't move her body.
I'm done with him. That's it.
It seems the killer has left behind another message, this time in the form of a riddle.
I'm so screwed right now because I am so bad with riddles. The blood is rushing out of me thinking, that is Don's kryptonite.
Please listen carefully. To unlock any mystery, you need a key. So please accept this gift from me. Only think twice on what lock you turn. From the passage you find, you'll surely learn. There are 12 keys, one for each of you. You might just find the missing clue. Go run, go twist. Unlock the lies. To find salvation takes several tries.
This doesn't open. We start opening chests and doors and to see if the key is going to open anything. Doesn't fit.
You have the same thing? The first thing I think is maybe it's military time. So I start trying to recall where I've seen any clocks and maybe might have something hidden inside of them.
Is that a Bible? Yeah, it is a Bible.
Yeah. I'm actually a pastor's kid. I thought this was a Bible verse. Why did you pick Ezekiel?
Is that what the book was open to?
13:17.
We're here. As for you, mortal, set your face against the daughters of your people who prophesy out of their own imagination. Prophesy against them.
There was mention of daughters and reflection or prophecy. I was a little unclear on what that meant, but I decided to just start going and trying to find some daughters. But daughters? There was a lot of death around. Jeez.
But when you create something and then it comes back to bite them, everybody is scattered looking for this information. Set your face against the daughters. Right now my heart is pumping. I'm thinking I gotta get the clue before everybody else does. Crown Kings. And I turn the key over and I see that there's 2 crowns on the key.
Is there a book called Kings?
Yeah.
That's it. It's Kings. King 17. Second Kings.
Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Number, Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges, Ruth, 1st, 2nd Samuel, 1st, 2nd Kings. Okay, 2nd Kings.
All right, come on. All right. There it is. Then he said,
Open the window eastward, and he opened
it. Elijah said, shoot.
And he shot.
Now the correct passage is telling us about the east window.
That's east.
I don't see anything. I'm looking out the window. I'm looking around. I got it. I realized that window's gone.
You smarty pants.
You are so...
613. I saw a 3-digit number, 613. And I look out the window and I see the trunk directly across from the window with the lock on it.
How has nobody looked at this chest? Oh my god! What is that?
Slingshot and a crowbar.
Good job.
I should have just shut up and walked to that trunk. I got it.
Lock it? Oh no, I feel like everybody has found the solution but Dante and I.
Think about the game, and if you have your story together, keep it to yourself. Because I'm sure not everybody was there.
I know how to play the game now. I'm not going to make that mistake again.
I don't know what the object was that you got.
Dude, okay. It was a slingshot. Yeah, there was a slingshot. It's 100%, dude.
Okay. Without the clue, I'd be very scared about my future in this house. The partnership with Ulysses saved my butt.
I look over the balcony and I see people are talking, and that can totally be used to my advantage.
Gina, were you over the box when they found the object? What was it?
Crowbar.
Why would that be such a big deal? Everybody knew it was the 4th century.
There wasn't extra information?
You know it was forced, but we don't know how it was forced. Don and Lindsay don't seem to know about the slingshot. I'm definitely gonna keep my mouth shut about it.
Attention, mortals. The time has come for you to state your case. You will adjourn to the library to pitch the true crime. You will also be tested on your ability to interpret the evidence that I have set before you.
We're going to speak directly to the killer about how we think the killer killed Sherry. I'm scared. If I mess up this case statement, I could be the next one to die.
Going through my head, I have limited facts. I know what's at the crime scene. I don't know anything else other than what people have been telling me.
Going in to state your case, I'm a little terrified. There are a lot of different theories out there. I'm either right on or I'm way off.
I think I've gleaned enough from people overhearing things where I'm thinking, okay, I'm pretty sure this is what happened. We're going with it. Well, well, well. What a tangled web you are weaving.
You waited, you listened when she was in the shower.
And you broke into her room using that crowbar. You walked into the bathroom.
You sneak up behind her, and with a crowbar, you hit her on the back of her head.
It's obvious there was a gunshot. It's obvious there was blunt force trauma.
You went in there and you wrote a message on her mirror telling her that there was a clue down by the fish tank.
A note that would only be revealed by the steam of a hot shower.
And that's where you used the slingshot.
Maybe an old-fashioned pistol, I'm not exactly sure, but the ball was about this round.
Now, credit where credit is due.
It was a masterful shot, all the way through the parlor.
Hit her in the cervical spine. It's that blow that killed her. You ripped that lamp cord, knowing that the glass in the fish tank was going to shatter and that water was going to seep out.
That's when she tips over, crashes into the aquarium, collapses, but she's not dead yet.
Drop the cord in the water, and you basically fry her.
And for good measure, she drowned.
So as her body lays there being electrocuted,
We could see Sherry cheering for us. A cheerleader.
you leave the scene of the crime, and that's when we all come running.
Everything's really starting to point to you being the killer, Adriana.
Chris, I got my eyes on you.
The killer is Dante.
I still know that you did it, Adriana.
Dana, you did. You killed Sherry.
Gino, I know you're the killer, and I'm coming for you.
You think you're hunting me, but I'm actually hunting you. I'll see you soon, Cam.
Oh my god, I'm freaking out.
This is the worst dinner of my life. Anyone who says they're not nervous at this dinner is just lying. I know if my theory wasn't good enough, I'm gonna be next, and I just want to stay alive.
Everybody feeling good?
Susie? No?
I feel okay.
Because I got to see that last bit when Ronnie ran up and found
So what was in there in the end?
a crowbar and a slingshot.
And a slingshot.
A slingshot? Are you serious?
I am in big trouble.
Oh, Lee, no way. Okay. I might as well just taken a knife and just stabbed myself because my statement of facts was so wrong. I'm done. Hey, I've really had a ball with you guys.
No one dropped the glass.
Yeah. Good luck to everybody.
It's a life in the living.
Come visit me.
At the morgue?
Not the morgue. Well, at the morgue, too. I'm about to walk out of a chance to win $250K, and here comes Giles walking in.
Uh-oh. Hold on.
Oh no! Here's our fate.
Oh, boys and girls, mom and dad.
I just lost my appetite. Yeah, me too.
It seems that someone in this room has captured the killer's fancy. Sasha,
Yes?
I have a message to you from the killer. Congratulations! You are spared.
I feel a wave of relief just wash over me.
Sasha?
You were the one who impressed me the most with how I pulled off this heinous crime.
How is that possible? How could she have been so correct that she blew us all out of the water?
In my own words, Giles will walk the rest of you through what apparently you did not know. Poor little Sherry. I waited outside her door while she innocently showered. I easily broke into her room with a small handheld crowbar. In a cloud of steam, I simply wrote with my finger, "Meet me at the fish tank. I have vital info for you." Of course, she fell for it. Sherry slipped on a bathrobe, saw the message, and went straight to the great room. Earlier, I cut the cord of the lamp, but left it plugged in beside the aquarium. I opened the drapes of the east window, removed a single plate of glass, and waited outside for her unceremonious arrival. I calmly aimed the wrist rocket from the backyard and fired, hitting Sherry in the back of her neck, severing major arteries, killing her instantly. Like clockwork, Sherry met her fate at the fish tank. As it began to spider, it bought me more than enough time to stash the slingshot and crowbar, shut the curtains, and preserve my anonymity. When the water pressure built up and the aquarium broke, the water found the frayed cord and electrocuted the already dead Sherry with maximum voltage. Yours cruelly.
Oh, boy.
Your killer.
God darn it. Now I'm really stupid.
Sasha is not the only one who may breathe a little easier this evening. I have envelopes provided by the killer, specifying who else among you are also to be spared.
I am getting a little nervous.
Many thanks, many thanks.
I thought the cause of death was a drowning. That was incorrect. But I don't think that I missed enough to be killed.
Unfortunately, the killer has also provided me with envelopes for those whose efforts were severely lacking. Those individuals should be scared. Gino.
You got this.
Gino. Dana. Dom.
Can I finish my sip, please?
Yeah, what? Oh my god. Don! I am shocked. I feel that I could be joining him.
Don, you're not a cop.
Boy, if I was, I would sure be embarrassed about right now.
If the ex-cop is scared, then what's in store for the flight attendant?
Chris. Ulysses.
We know.
See you, kid. Oh, my.
Cam.
This might be the last moments of my life.
Take your time.
Okay?
Just
Let me
hurry up,
savor
know
them.
about it.
Melina.
Yes.
There you go.
See?
Oh, nothing to be worried about.
I
Nothing
was
to worry
really scared you were gonna cry. I don't know how scared I was.
Lindsay.
The suspense is killing me. The murder weapon is what caused the whole murder. I didn't know it. I really feel that I could be next now. I don't know how that happened.
I don't either. No offense.
I don't know what Sasha's problem with me is. I don't think she thinks I'm very smart.
Oops, did I say that out loud?
If she just gets a little too full of herself, that could be her downfall.
Dante.
No! Frankly, I'm shocked because I really thought Dante was the killer.
They're gonna take the old guy over you. You're young, you've got your whole life ahead of you.
No, don't.
Adriana.
I'm a little nervous. Right now, there's at least 2 scared cards out there, maybe even more.
Come on, man. Oh, man.
And now I must bid you all adieu. I'm sure you're all looking forward to a good night's rest. We have provided estate pajamas and plush socks for your comfort.
Oh, thank
In
you.
the morning, a pajama brunch will be held.
Yes!
Are you kidding?
Thank you.
All right, guys.
I'm only angry at myself. Everybody else did a great job. Now I'm thinking, when's it gonna happen? When am I getting killed?
If I'm given another opportunity, I have to form a stronger bond. Maybe Dana was right and I should have held on to that information. And I have to find out and know who I can trust. But right now, all I'm thinking is, Don, please die. Please die, Don, so that I can live. Outside, please, everybody! Ulysses! Adriana!
Here?
Ronnie! Here.
Dom.
Oh my god, where's Dom?
Dom?
Oh, I haven't seen Dom.
He's not here.
Dom! I'm here. I'm here.
Oh my god.
There he is. There's Don.
I'm here.
All right.
Oh, I got you.
Dante.
Did you hear something? It sounded like a faint yelling.
Dante!
Where's Dante?
I didn't see him.
He wasn't with you?
No.
Dante!
This season on Whodunnit, Dante is dead. Your duty will be to try to determine how the killer committed murder.
These murders, impossible to solve.
Day by day, one life will be taken by the killer amongst you.